This is all about Utah. Utah became a state on January 4th, 1896. Utah is a leading exporter of coal and other sources of fuel. Utah was first settled in 1847 by Mormon pioneers. Brigham Young was the first governor of Utah. Salt Lake City was Utah's first settlement. Ogden was the first city in Utah. The early economy in Utah consisted mainly of agriculture, handicrafts, and small industries. The daily life of the first settlers. They planted crops, provided necessary irrigation for the crops, built homes, built roads, built transportation systems, built communication systems, and built institutions of learning and industry.
Utah, the first of the mountain states, is home to about 3.1 million people. Utah is a state with a semi-arid climate that has hot summers and cold, snowy winters. Most of Utah's population lives in or near Salt Lake City, which is the state's only big city, as well as its capital. Salt Lake City is the world headquarters of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, whose beautiful temple is seen here. The members of this faith, called Mormons, make up over 60% of Utah's population. Salt Lake City takes its name from the nearby Great Salt Lake, one of the largest saltwater lakes in the world. To the west of here is a place called the Bonneville Salt Flats, where the once enormous lake has completely evaporated. The territory that is now Utah was settled by a group of Mormon pioneers who set out from Nauvoo, Illinois in 1846 to flee religious persecution in the East. In 1896, Utah became a U.S. state. And today, it is bordered by Wyoming to the northeast, Colorado to the east, Idaho to the north, Nevada to the west, and Arizona to the south. Utah just touches a corner of New Mexico in the southeast. Utah's biggest mountains are, first, the Wasatch Range, which extends from Idaho part of the way down the center of the state. And second, the Uinta Range, a branch of the Rocky Mountains that rise up in the state's northeast corner. Many of Utah's most fascinating and unique geographical features are located in its vast Colorado Plateau region, which makes up most of the eastern half of the state. This region contains a lot of sandstone formations that have been carved by the wind and moisture into all sorts of fantastic shapes. Eastern Utah is home to several quite amazing parks. They include Arches National Park, Bryce Canyon National Park, Canyonlands National Park, Zion National Park, Capitol Reef National Monument, the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument, Rainbow Bridge National Monument, and part of Dinosaur National Monument, which, in addition to its great natural beauty, features rocks containing excellent dinosaur skeletons, and an interesting array of ancient Native American petroglyphs as well. The Colorado River crosses eastern Utah and is a favorite spot for rafting and kayaking. On the state's border with Arizona, the flow of the Colorado River has been blocked by the Glen Canyon Dam to form enormous Lake Powell, which is the second largest reservoir in the United States, and a truly wonderful place to do all kinds of water sports. To the east of here, beautiful Monument Valley is within the boundaries of the Navajo Nation, which is home to 300,000 Native American Navajo people. The Navajo Nation extends over 27,000 square miles of land in Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. A part of the Mojave Desert is found in Utah's southwestern corner on the opposite side of the state, and this is an area that is usually very hot. The rapidly growing town of St. George, seen here, is located in the Mojave Desert part of the state. All the rest of the territory of western Utah, including the Great Salt Lake, is in a geographical region known as the Great Basin that encompasses most of Nevada and parts of southeastern Oregon, eastern California, and southern Idaho. Much of the land in the Great Basin is covered in sagebrush and consists of narrow chains of mountains alternating with dry, flat valleys. Water in the streams in the Great Basin area of the USA either flows into interior lakes, drains into the ground, or else evaporates instead of draining toward an ocean.
This is my timeline of Utah. In 1847, Brigham Young and Mormon pioneers arrived in Utah. Also in 1847, Ogden became the first city in the Utah Territory. In 1851, Brigham Young became the first governor of the Utah Territory. Also in 1801, Fillmore was established as the capital city. In 1896, Utah became a state, and also in 1896, the capital moved to Salt Lake City.